Just talk about the main talking point first. How frustrated are you with the decision that led to the first goal?
I'm disappointed with the decision. I'm also disappointed in how we defend it after it. So the decision does not, the responsibility of us as a team to defend the situation better remains. However, it's a wrong decision. It's as simple as that. I've watched it. And people think, well, it's a throw-in, doesn't matter where it's getting taken from, but the fact it's allowed to be taken from where it is influences then how high they're able to throw the ball. So we should defend it much, much better, but it's a wrong decision.
Without wanting to get you in trouble with the compliance officer, I've already kind of asked how frustrating it was, but they've obviously gained a clear advantage by moving 15 yards up the line. You've said that the team could defend it better, maybe not expecting
I mean, look, maybe not expecting, but still, the message before when we work in defensive stuff week in, week out in training and before games, it's always you must expect to defend. Whether that's somebody else making a mistake, whether it's something's been spilled by your goalkeeper, whether it's somebody being allowed to take a throw in from where it is or taking a quick free kick, you've got to do that. You've got to be expected. You've got to sniff danger out. So we didn't do that well enough. But I'll go back to the first point. It shouldn't have been taken from where it was.
How did you rate the team's overall performance today?
Not good enough to win the game. Was there a lot in the game? Probably not. But we did good enough to win it? No. And that's not good enough because the position we're in, we need to do as much as we can every single minute of every single game to win the game. As long as I have the opportunity to lead a team here, I'll never shy away from that responsibility, and that players have to take that on board as well. They started the game well and finished the game reasonably well. In between, it was okay, and okay is not good enough.
Were you happy with the manner in which the team came out today? Obviously Cammy Smith having that chance really early on that just went wide.
Yeah, they started the game as I asked them to start it. I asked them to dictate the tempo of the game, to play with that energy that was befitting of a team that's playing at home, with supporters that want to get behind them and desperate for points, and they started that way. You need one or two of these early opportunities to go in. We have a great opportunity just after their goal as well. I think with Cammy and Daniel Rogers makes the save. We need them to go in. You need them to, but equally we can't concede the softer goals as we concede because it always makes it difficult after that as well.
Cammy Smith made his debut along with Stephen McGinn and Josh Todd. How did you rate their first action in a Saints jersey?
I like Cammy. I think he'd be an asset to us. I think you can see that he's bright. He picks up the ball in good areas. He's clever, and I think he's already had opportunities in the game, in this game, and he'll score goals for us. That I have no doubt. I thought Stephen, for me, made a huge difference when he came on. I think he's. Listen, I know his character, his bravery on the ball. He's always been like that, even when he was 18. But now he's 28. He's played at a good level, and that showed today. I think what he has is a real desire to try and drag the club forward, and I need that in that dressing room, and he showed that in abundance today, and he'll help us hugely in these huge games we've got coming up.
Do you think once these players are integrated more in the squad, get a few more training sessions under their belt, they'll really get to see what they can do? Yeah,
but we've not got that time, so they need to do it quickly, and again, that responsibility is a decision I've made because the position we were in mid-season, the easy option would probably be just to nudge along as we are. But we made the decision to change things hugely because we felt as if we needed to. That responsibility always stopped with me, but I felt as if it was the right course of action. I believe it's good players we brought to the club. I think a couple of them showed that today. We've strengthened again, but they need to do it quickly. That's the reality of where we are.
Gary McKenzie limped off early in the first half. How is he feeling?
He's hamstring. I'm not sure how serious it is at the moment, James, to be honest. I've not spoken to him or the physio yet, so we'll obviously assess things through the course of the weekend and see how he is.
How difficult does that make it when an injury like that to a key part of the team and a key player forces you into an early substitution like that?
It's not ideal. Usually even pre-game when you're planning how the game might pan out, most of your changes you want to make are middle to front. Your back four, ideally, you want to leave settled. Even from last week, I wanted to leave it settled because they kept a clean sheet. But you need that continuity in selection. So yeah, it doesn't help, and it's an early sub, and it restricts your choices in later in the game as well.
I know you'll say every game is important now, but how big are the next two coming up against Dumbarton and Ayr?
They're huge. They've said that to players in there. If any of them can't handle the importance of them, they can come and tell me because they're not shying away from it. I'm not going to take the pressure off them with that because they should feel it and want to thrive on it and want to take it on their shoulders and see I'm strong enough to deal with it because they're huge for the club, not just for the players in there, for people that come in here week in, week out, for the staff that work here, for everybody. And they need to take it upon their shoulders and be brave enough to try and deal with it. Even if they're brave enough to try and deal with it, you don't always get your rewards from it, but they've got to take that responsibility to begin with.
Rory Loy got his first goal today. How important is it for him to have got off the mark, and how pleased were you for him and his overall performance?
Yeah, look, he gives us a goal threat. You know, he's a good feet. His goal was indicative of what he'll bring to us. So pleased, you know, that he's got off the mark in his first home game. And again, you know, looking at, you mentioned Cam earlier, you mentioned Steve again. They will be good players for us. They will be good players. But we need 11 good players in the park week in, week out for us to turn this around.